Cheese Maniac here from the Maniac Squad, and today we are going to be having a discussion about whether Unai Emery has improved Arsenal or is he still the right man for the job, and if not, who could replace him? So let's get going into the video. So the first question is: have we improved under Unai Emery compared to Arsene Wenger? Well, personally, results wise, I believe yes, we have to a point. Like we are a lot more better as a unit defensively, in my opinion. However, that doesn't show statistically when we break down the stats, because in Arsene Wenger's last 47 Arsenal games, we had more wins and less losses than we do in Unai Emery's first 47. Not even to mention six more clean sheets and we have less shots taken now and more shots conceded. Despite us looking better as a unit, that we look worse statistically in basically every stats. So, and not to mention we have better players now than we did under Arsene Wenger. Iwobi to Pepe is no comparison. Giroud to Alba, no comparison. It's simple. But do you think Unai Emery should be sacked, or is he still the right man to take Arsenal forward? Because to be fair, three of our four main defenders have been injured for the past half a year, or they've not been at the club and have been injured. So, and you saw when we had our best defenders fit and our best team at the start of last season, we had a massive unbeaten streak. So if we had that, could we be more successful? But then again, Holding and Tierney are back and they're ready to play, but Unai Emery's not playing him. And that leads us on to team selection. It changes every single week. The midfield in particular, 1 week it'll be Guendouzi, Ceballos, Torreira. The next week it'll be Xhaka, Torreira, Ceballos. And then it'll be Willock, Torreira, Ozil. There's no consistency in the midfield, and we can't build a partnership to play together for them to play together. And it's a bit concerning after a year and a half almost, that we haven't even got our best midfield combination. Emery doesn't know his best combination, and he's been here a year and a half. It's shocking. And also, our treatment, or Emery's treatment of Mesut Ozil. What do you think of that? That is more down to individual interpretation, in my opinion, but you can look at it from either way. Because Emery's saying Ozil was progressing well in training, but what does he do last night? He doesn't play him. He's not even on the bench. Again, he's not on the bench. He's our most creative player, 350k a week to play Fortnite. He is our most creative player in the squad by a long stretch. He could have unlocked that Sheffield defence last night. You never know. Because with Ozil, he's obviously very inconsistent. One game you'll have him on top of the world, best cam in the world, arguably up there with De Bruyne. And then another game you'll have him invisible, really. He'll be like a ghost. Like, it is coming up to Halloween. He'll be like a ghost. He's like that all year round, though, instead of just on the 31st. But Ozil, you don't know what you're going to get. But Emery's saying he's progressing well in training. But then he's not putting him in the squad, which is rather baffling considering the quality he has on his day. And also, with the thoughts, should Emery leave Arsenal, or should Arsenal sack Emery? If you're a yes, which personally I probably just crept into yes now, because this season, let's evaluate the performances. Newcastle away, 1-0. We were pretty poor, but we got the win. It was a managed win. And then Burnley, it wasn't great. It was not very good. 2-1 win though, but it wasn't fantastic. Then we go into Liverpool. I understand Emery's defensive tactics against Liverpool because they're an amazing attacking side. They're probably the best side in the world at home. So I can understand that. And we lost 3-1. It wasn't an amazing performance, but then take into account Pepe, like we set up defensively to hit him on the counter with Aubameyang and Pepe. If Pepe scored that 1-on-1 and we went 1-0 up, that could have been a very, very different outcome to what it ended up being. And then we go to the North London derby, where it ended up being 2-2, which was disappointing, really, especially considering Tottenham's form right now. It's showing that it wasn't a particularly great performance. In the first half, it was unbelievably shocking. Xhaka still baffles me to this day what the hell he was doing there, but it wasn't a great performance there either. Then we go, I believe it might have been to Watford after that. 2-2 draw, worst performance of the season, arguably. Like, they had over four times the amount of shots as us. Embarrassing. They're bottom of the league. We were lucky to get a draw. Then go to the other games. Aston Villa. Okay, to be fair, we went 1-0 down and 2-1 down. And we had a man sent off when we were 1-0 down. We had Maitland-Niles sent off. So to come back and win that 3-2, that shows team spirit, which I can't fault the Arsenal players for, and what Unai Emery's added to that, which is team spirit. But the performances themselves are not good enough. So 3-2 there, a bit lucky to get that. And then after that, 1-0 against Bournemouth, playing in our shells again. We start attacking, get the early goal, and we take the lead. But we just play in our shell as soon as we get a 1-goal lead. We've not won by more than 2 goals this season, if I'm correct. Or more than 1 goal this season in the Premier League. It's like as soon as we score, we invite the pressure on us. Like Manchester United, who I wanted to mention last. They were in a really poor run of form. Then we go to Old Trafford and we play as if we're scared there. And we go 1-0 down to a McTominay banger, to be fair. But before that, we were playing poor. Then at half-time, Emery seems to galvanise the team. And then we pushed to get the equaliser. Aubameyang got the equaliser. Then it all went back to this pragmatic style in the first half, playing contained in our shell. Like, we never attacked. Like, we always try to take the result and go. I don't know why. And also, not only the tactics, but the misuse of player positions, such as Torreira being used as a box-to-box, when in our unbeaten run, he was clearly being used as a CDM. So it's questionable what Emery's doing. But then again, if we were to get rid of him now, who could we realistically bring in? Because Allegri's available. Yeah, he's a better tactician than Emery, but Arsenal fans are bored of his defensive style. But would they be more welcome to it if it was somebody that knew the tactics a little bit better and grinded out the results with relatively convincing defensive performances, like 1-0 to the Arsenal back in the days of Bruce Rioch? That was a regularity. Or maybe we could try poach a younger coach, like, I don't know, like try get Erik ten Hag from Ajax. That's not a terribly bad idea, but would he want to come to Arsenal? Same with Julian Nagelsmann from RB Leipzig. Would he want to come to Arsenal and manage in the Premier League? I'd be open to them. I'd absolutely love having them, especially Ten Hag. Like, yeah, it'd be amazing for the youth players like Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Willock, like, you know, all those guys. Like, we got a very promising youth setup right now. And if we got Erik ten Hag, then we'll definitely make the most of it. And then the final option, which probably won't be popular to the Arsenal fans and maybe some gooners viewing this video, but Jose Mourinho. What would your thoughts be if Arsenal tried to get Jose Mourinho? Personally, it's not my number one. I'd rather Ten Hag or Nagelsmann. But if we did get Jose Mourinho, he is a proven winner. He's a serial winner. And that's the most important thing to me, personally. Like, it might be the most boring style of football I ever see, but I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not here to see flashy performances but then lose like we did with Wenger, or pragmatic performances but still poor defensively like Emery. Like, I just want to see us have a solid defensive performance, get a 1-0 win, get the job done, win some trophies, and that's what Mourinho can do. Mourinho is the perfect man of if you want to try win something. So personally, I would take Mourinho, but he wouldn't be my number one choice. So to round all this up, I do think Emery needs to buckle up his ideas a little bit, and if it keeps going the same, then I don't want him in the job much longer personally, because he's not took us forward since that unbeaten run. That paper all over the cracks. That time we were saying he's a genius. I remember in that unbeaten run, half the games, half time, bring off somebody, put on another sub. But right now we're just not playing, and also now we got Holding and Tierney back, and we're not even playing. He's not even decided to play them. I don't know if that he wants them a bit more match sharp, but they're on the bench. Why would they be on the bench if they're not fully match sharp? That's the question I want to propose to Emery. But we got to give him a bit more time. We got to try and give him a bit more time, but at the same time, we've not seen any progress so far. And if he's not going to play the players that were doing well from last year, then he's got to go, because these performances can't continue. Because eventually, like yesterday, we'll get our pants pulled down and we'll get embarrassed. Like we can't go with this pragmatic style every single week. We got to attack some weeks. Liverpool away, I understand, but apart from that, attack, 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 but with discipline. Leave some people back. Don't push 9 forward and leave bloody David Luiz back by himself. Attack disciplined and then come back quickly and as a unit. That's what Emery needs to try and do. And Burn Leno, by the way, don't play short all the time. Try go long sometimes. I know Emery wants you to go long sometimes, and I doubt you'll be watching this, Burnt. But if you do, try go long sometimes, because honestly, that you're not gonna go short every time. It's not possible. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Unai Emery, and if you think he should stay or if you think he should get sacked, and who we should bring in if we get sacked. We could get Freddie Ljungberg, who's the assistant coach right now. That's another idea, or even Vieira from Nice, but he's in a job, so it's unlikely. But in a couple of years down the line, I wouldn't mind seeing that. But let me know your thoughts on this situation, and for now, peace.